Good morning, fellow traders. It's Black Coffee Trader. Today is Tuesday, June the 3rd, and it's time to do our daily trade plan. After yesterday's kind of not blow up day, but pretty bad red day, lost about 500 bucks on each of these accounts. Not good. I really decided this morning to just really focus more on simplifying. I actually removed some levels off the NASDAQ, I think, on several of the charts, actually. Also removed gold. I am not going to continue trading gold. I just think gold does not move like the Dow Jones, like ES, like the NASDAQ. It's just a different animal. And I have just not, I looked at my average win to loss on gold, and it was the worst performing item that I've been trading over this year, from this physical year. So I just decided I'm going to remove it, and we're going to focus on the items here that trade more like each other, and that's what we're focused on. So again, simplifying, took some levels out, cleaned some things up here a little bit with the charts, and I really like where I'm at this morning. I also like where this market is at. The NASDAQ is definitely looking bullish here this morning. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. This is the 30-minute chart, but really kind of shows this move. Yesterday, we had a pullback down to this 225, 230 area, and pushed up nicely, and have a beautiful overnight break and retest of this 21,400 area. That was just, I mean, obviously that was a middle of the night trade, or if I would have taken that, it would have been the middle of the night, but beautiful break and retest. And I really feel like this is just a very strong bullish move right now. So the thought process, I really like the level around the 400. I like the level right here around the 480. And I also like this high coming in around the 560s, 21,560s. So the purple line here you see is the high of day, and it's so tight that you almost can't see both lines. Well, you can't see both lines, but it's also the overnight high. So the overnight high and yesterday's high of day are at the same exact area around the 543s. And so what I'm looking for today is, if we get, I'm really looking for breaks, like a break and retest of the high of day, this high at the 560s. I'm looking for a pullback break and retest long off the 480s. Also, if we get another pullback back down here to the 420 or the 400 area, we're looking for long. So basically, three longs I'm looking for here. And if we get a break below and a break and retest below, I think, take that short if I get a good confirmation. I have to have a clean confirmation. But if we get that, I would take a break and retest short down into these lows from yesterday. If we fall below there, that's really what I'm looking at. But obviously, we're looking at these areas right here, kind of several levels, but I really like upside. I really feel like this market is poised for further upside, and just seeing how we flip this. I mean, look at we have the holds coming in from last week. You know, we have support. We did dip through that a little bit, and that turned into resistance, and we have now flipped that. So that is very, very bullish on the market. So the key thing for me, that's one of the frustrating things about days like yesterday, is when you create a trade plan, you look at the market, you read it correctly, and then you don't execute well. That can be very frustrating. And so that's something I really want to focus and work on and try to do better. So that's the game plan for the NASDAQ, keeping it pretty simple, like the bullish move. I think we're going higher, and we'll be looking for pullback longs on this market this morning. Moving to ES, similar, not quite as clean in the overnight as far as the break and retest that we saw on the NASDAQ. But again, we pulled back to this key area yesterday around the 5870s, pushed out of it, had the nice little pullback, and we're pushing higher. And again, bullish looking move. We're looking for pullbacks to this 5920 area if we get that, or we get a break and retest on yesterday's high of day, or this high coming in from the 5960s. That is definitely something I'll be looking to trade as well. We also have this big daily 200 sitting in here, which we kind of, big picture, we bounced off of that, so to speak, last night. And so I really, really like where this is sitting. You got the 59 or 59.95s area. This is a big area we've been watching for quite some time, sitting down here below. And so everything is really just poised for further upside. The other thing that I want to talk about that I noticed on these markets is this big green band that you see here around the 58.50s to the 59 or 58.40s, 35, somewhere in there. This is something to look for. And if you look at the arrows, I'm really not looking to short the ES unless we fall below this. And here's why. If you look at the daily chart, and I know my daily chart is a little bit hard to see because I have all these levels. I keep these levels. I mean, these are from a while ago, and I just keep them. Sometimes I think I should go back and remove them, but you know what oftentimes happens is when the market pulls back down, sometimes these levels come right back into play, and so that's why I keep them there. But anyway, I'll try to zoom in because I want to explain this. This is fairly clean. If you follow along. So right here, we have a high coming in from back around August of 2024. And that is right around this 58.50 range. So that 58.40, 58.50. We have a high coming in that held. Let's just zoom in so we can see this a little bit clearer. So we had this high. So we have resistance from, almost a year ago. And it turned into support. We tested that area right here in October of last year. We tested it again in November of last year. So we have resistance, support. Oops, I didn't mean to move that level. And then we have it tested it again in January of this year, still support. So we held up strongly. We finally fell through that area here around March of this year, early in March. We fell below it. We had the big move to the downside. And now we've broken it. We did fall through it here a little bit, but we are now holding above that level. So I feel like that's a very, very, very strong level on the ES. And if that flip stays, what did I just do? If that flip stays, I think this is poised for upside. And so that's one of the reasons why I like the trend this is on, and I'm really looking for longs unless we fall down below this level. So that's the big picture. This morning, I think the NASDAQ is cleaner. I see that a little bit more cleanly. I think there's some easy upside there, the way it looks. Yes, we obviously will be looking again. If we get a pullback down here to the 59.20s, we're looking for that, the high of days, and possibly if we get something down here into this daily 200. So really liking the setup there. And last but not least will be the Dow Jones this morning. I did add the Russell to my charts, but I really haven't done anything except plot yesterday's high of day and low of day. So, and I am really going to be monitoring the Russell. I don't think I'm going to be looking for any trades right away. I want to monitor that and see how the Russell does. But that may be something I may be looking at trading. So Dow Jones is the last one we're looking at today. And again, I took some levels off here, but big picture as well. We have this big area down here below around the 41,900s, and we did pull into that yesterday. Dipped into that yesterday morning, pushed out of it, and again in the overnight we came right down here, almost had a pretty nice little break and retest of this 42,175 area, and we're pushing out of that. So I'm going to be cautious on the Dow Jones. On the Dow Jones. I really don't want to get caught up in this noise right here, and it's a little bit too choppy for my liking, and I want to just be very careful. So I'm really looking for, I want to get above this area right here. We have a beautiful resistance, turn to support, turn to resistance right here, and if we get above that 42,340 area, or the high of day from yesterday, I would be looking at taking longs to the upside. And I'm going to just wait until we get down into below yesterday's low of day to look at shorts. So not much has changed on my game plan on the Dow Jones. Is I'm looking for a move out of this area for further upside, or a move down below for further downside. So that's the plan for the day. Again, really liking the NASDAQ. I have a strong feeling this morning. My gut tells me that this is where we'll be doing some trading today, just the way this is shaking out. Maybe my thesis is completely wrong and the market does something crazy. And if that's the case, then obviously we will throw some of that out the window. We do have jolts this morning, jolts job openings at 10 o'clock. And so the first half hour could be something to just stay out of. Yesterday, I took a trade right before news. Did not work out, even though the direction was correct. So I want to be careful of that so I don't take something right around the 10 o'clock hour. But we do have a red folder event at 10 that jolts job openings. Tomorrow we have ADP non-farm employment at 8:15, and we also have ISM services PMI at 10 o'clock. So tomorrow morning is going to have some movement as well. I will not be trading tomorrow, and so I will be taking the day off, and will not have a trade plan tomorrow. So just keep that in perspective. But couple things to watch for today. Really only just Jolt's job openings at 10 o'clock. So there you have it. That's the plan for today. We'll see if we can execute and hopefully bounce back. I want to be very, very careful and take really good setups today and try to have a green day bouncing off that red day from yesterday. So, all right, take care. Trade well, my friends. Until next time, so long.